And what you see happening right behind me is how we deal with COVID-19. We deal with it by bringing
Igniting hope, restoring lives.
we want to take
That's our
care of the guests.
purpose.
We want to give them a good meal, but we
It's
also
what
want to
City
keep
Team is committed to, day in and day out. In the work of life transformation, of course, there are some ups and downs, and that's definitely been the case with 2020. Looking back on the past year, there was fear, despair, and feelings of isolation. But we were focused, compassionate, resilient, adaptable. In a time of so much pain and struggle, it felt like this is what City Team was made for, to keep showing up and to keep sharing love, the way we've been serving for the past 64 years. Of course, safety protocols were put in place. We moved our regular services, like our daily hot meals, outside.
doing for our homeless community.
Suddenly, the time we shared with our community felt so limited, but so special and even more critical. We became even more intentional with our interactions, smiling even bigger to express love beyond our masks. Life restoration is not an easy task at any point in life. Turning your life around during a pandemic is truly miraculous. We are so proud of the men in our program who persevered this year.
As City Team residents, part of our journey is to give back to the community, usually alongside volunteers. Feeding our community without volunteers in 2020 was no easy task. We were tired, that's for sure, but the brothers here found a lot of purpose in our daily service. We had to figure things out, and we all had each other's back. Classes and mentoring continued, all virtually of course, but City Team at-work computer skills really came in handy. Sure, some days were more lonely than others, just like the rest of the world. We couldn't see our families or children for long periods of time. But there were still bright moments, like baptisms or house graduations. We still woke up every day, grateful for everyone who helped make City Team a home.
As a City Team board member, I am amazed at the strides we've made this year. With all the uncertainty of 2020, no one would have guessed a year ago that this would be such a season of growth. By God's grace, we achieved so much as a team. Men's lives were still renewed.
Are beautiful. There is hope.
Families were still restored. Thousands of hot meals were still served. Fresh groceries were still delivered to neighbors in need. As we reflect back on 2020, we see that every Zoom call, every to-go meal, every board meeting was a gift. It meant that we were still going strong from the front lines of the pandemic. The support we have seen embrace our staff, guests, and residents has been unbelievable. Igniting hope and restoring lives doesn't take a day off, and we could not have faced this crazy year alone. So thank you, from the bottom of our hearts, for joining our City Team.